Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon, the 23rd of August 2023. You're listening to The Big Show, Hoodie J. Minogue and Keyzie, you mad bastard. And I'm gutted, actually, Mogi, because when I walked over to do the show here today, beautiful fine day up there, and I thought, I won't need my umbrella.
Oh.
And now she's clouded over and there's going to be showers.
Oh.
Boy, do I feel like a doofus.
Oh,
Yeah, but
mate.
hey, what is cheering me up is you've got your green T-shirt on again, and I'm stoked, mate. You absolute Adonis. You stallion of a human being.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate that coming from someone who cuts such a fine figure as yourself.
Thanks,
there.
mate.
Got your beautiful tailored merino jersey
Thank you,
there
matey.
with a
I know that you-
beautifully sharp and starched collar popping out from beneath it.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Looks like a beautifully tailored shirt you got there. You got some lovely slacks going on that go all the way down to what can only be described as calfskin loafers.
Thanks, mate.
Beautiful.
You know, and this is what I appreciate so much about you is that you've got an eye for quality. You know what I'm saying,
I
mate?
do.
You've got an eye for
I
quality.
do.
Keyzie.
Hello.
What's that shirt
What-
you
what-
got on?
yeah,
It's
what-
just a generic long sleeve
It's
T-shirt.
not generic, mate.
Well,
It's awesome.
special,
It's a
man.
great
It's
shirt.
a really
because you're gonna-
unique.
It is a
it's a
special-
really
it's a
unique
special
long
top.
sleeve shirt.
No,
Keyzie.
it is, man.
Can
It's special.
What can you say? That is a wonder.
I have no idea how to pronounce the brand.
Wonder.
Wunderbar.
And it ends with .co but no .nz. What's the gut?
I have absolutely no idea. It's just
It
a
says
random shirt.
copyright Vinder equipment. All rights reserved for Keyzie.
What?
And then it's got a big R in it with a
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Jase, can
That
I
is a special
Just
top.
quickly, if I wear a generic green shirt like Mogi, 3 sizes too small, will you say I look like an Adonis?
Well, no, Keyzie,
And then if-
because you're not cut like Mogi.
But what if in that case, what if I put on a light grey blouse like what Jase is wearing? Will you say that I look good, Mike?
Keyzie, your inability to see the quality garb that Jase is adorned with on a day-to-day basis never ceases to shock and disgust me.
Oh, look, I'll be honest with you, Mogi. I'm used to it now, mate.
Look, it's jealousy. I can't afford to shop at Posty Plus, and you obviously can, mate, so it's just jealousy on my behalf. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good, mate. Hey, well, you do it. And can I just make a note, too?
we just move
Can I just make a note? You're really filling out
Thanks,
that.
mate.
You know,
Thank
you're,
you.
You're getting quite Mogi-ish there,
Yeah,
Keyzie.
thanks,
Good
mate.
on you, mate. Hey, massive show ahead. But let's get back into the countdown.
Oh,
with
yeah!
Number 609, a bit of winner for you.
Tune.
Tune.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Tune.
That is an absolute tune.
609 on the 90s Till Now countdown, by the way. I actually had that at 422.
Yeah, I had it probably top 10, actually. That's from
Right.
the band Weta.
Weta.
And released in 2000, Geographica, probably my favourite all-time New Zealand album, I reckon.
joking?
Right up there.
Wow.
And that, yeah, so that was their debut album. They won, Aaron won Best Rock Vocalist, that won Best Album, and Best Newcomer, I think it was. And then they went to Melbourne to make their follow-up album, and they broke up and never played together again.
Oh,
Well,
gosh.
they did a reunion tour years later, but it was a shame.
Yeah. Classic sort of rock and roll
Great
story.
album. If you haven't heard that album, go and give it a tune up after the big show.
Great stuff, mate. Hey, speaking of great things, it's time for the Big Show Big Poll.
The big poll. Really good, Keyzie. Thanks,
mate.
man.
Very
Just makes it sound a bit deeper.
Yeah,
Very
it's cool.
simple today. Very simple question. Answering a call from an unknown number, yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, what made this one pop into your head? Because this
Yeah,
is
into your head, Joe.
this gives me I get a real bee in my bonnet about this one.
Yeah. In your bonnet or your schnoz?
The saying is "bee in my bonnet," Jase.
Right.
All
No,
right,
it's
we
just-
can't all suck up bees into our schnozzes like you.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. It puts me ill at ease when I get an unknown number and I go, who the hell? Of course, sometimes there's no number at all. It's because they don't, have a number.
Oh, private.
It's a private
Yeah.
thing. So I immediately assume IRD
Oh, sure.
and or something horrific.
Yeah.
So I know I certainly don't answer that. And unknown numbers, I tend to let them go to message so I can then find out that I'm not getting scammed from some, weird bastard overseas.
Well, given your milky eyes, unless you've got your glasses on hand, pretty much all your calls will be unknown, wouldn't they?
Oh, no, You see, I've got my home spectacles, Mogi, which I wear all the time when I'm at home.
Yeah.
Which I don't bring into work. But, so, no, I usually do see the number. But I don't know. There's something about not knowing who's calling me that freaks me out, causes me anxiety, and makes me go, nah, not doing it.
So, I have got 3 categories for this. I will answer if it's just an 027 number or something like a New Zealand number. I will answer it. I don't care if it's unknown. Could be a business opportunity. It could be a long-lost friend. You know what I mean? Actually, Jase, you're my agent. You should be answering all the phone calls, by the way. The second one is if it's from overseas, I don't answer it because it's probably a scam.
Yes.
Third one is if it's a private number, I answer it because it could be hodaki. Whenever we call you to give a prize away, it comes up as a private number. You don't answer, you miss out on a prize.
So you only don't answer the overseas.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I don't answer the overseas ones. It's funny you say that. I'd forgotten about that. I got a call from Russia yesterday.
Oh, what did he want?
Yeah, I know that was the thing, man. It was Putin. And it was a wrong number. But we had a lovely chat for about 45 minutes.
Oh, so you answered it?
Yeah,
oh,
well,
right,
I do. I just answer them all because, and that's the thing. I remember the first time I got a cell phone, there weren't that many cell phones around back then, so not many, there weren't a lot of numbers out there.
Sure.
I had a call from Al McPherson one day, and it was just, again, a wrong number, which was easy to do because there's so few numbers around.
Wow.
So I think you got to take your opportunities, and that was what led me to going on that date with her. I say date, and then, she got attacked by those bin chickens.
Yeah, because I do recall, actually, that you did date Elle for a while.
Yeah.
And then, funnily enough, she dumped you and started going out with me after that.
Well, that was crazy. Because I'd sort of ditched her after I ran away and she got attacked by
had
bin
a different
chickens.
View on it, but I mean,
she thought you were one of the bin chickens.
But yeah, I mean, we won't get into semantics here. But so you answer all your calls?
I do, except for unknown. If it says unknown.
So if it's private, nah.
Right,
okay.
Well, we want to know your opinion on 3483. Make sure you go to the Instagram account, or you can give us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
Yeah, give us a call.
But can we have a name with it so it's not an unknown number? Because I'm not picking up otherwise.
If you do text us through on 0800 on 3483, instantly in the draw for BK vouchers. Likewise, if you give us a call on 0800 Hodaki, so you may as well do it.
Hey, fellas.
What?
Should we get back into the countdown?
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about a bit of Cage the Element?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the exponents there coming in at 6:07 on the 90s till now. Countdown, the big poll, big question of the day. Answering a call from an unknown number, yes or no? We've had a few texts, I believe, Keyzie, on 3483.
Someone here just says no.
Yep. Fair call.
Which is, by the way, my wife never picks up a private number or an unknown number. That's what stresses me out. I'm like, it could be an emergency, If you call me with a private number...
Well, if it's an emergency and you don't know who the number is, then you probably... You don't want to know.
Hey, I've lost my phone. I'm in a tough situation. It's your nana. You know what I mean? You've got to go
your
save...
Your nana doesn't have your number?
God, you're such a catastrophizer, Keyzie.
Disasterizer? If you call me with a private number, I will respect your privacy and not answer the call. That's from Chris.
I like that.
Yeah, that's, very nice.
That's smart.
Hey, we've got Ryan on the line. Ryan, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah. Hey. How you going, Ryan? Tell us, mate, what's your view?
Oh, this is what happened to me, man. I missed out on the Jim Beam electric guitar from the bottle store because I didn't want to gamble on that boner killer of an unknown number, man.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you don't want
you
to kill
see,
your boner either.
There is that element of it, actually, because you could be just saying no to a massive opportunity.
They're worth about $30.
I only found out because I knew the bird at the bottler, and she told me they tried to ring me 3 times, but they had to call the next person.
Well, let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah.
Always answer your...
Good on you, Ryan. You're back, bud.
Well, I guess that happens with us, doesn't it? As a radio station, us calling out to people. God,
I was just going to say, Mogi, exactly that. But, the amount of people that we call sometimes that have won an amazing prize, sometimes $1 million, and they don't answer their call.
Yeah.
And then it just goes to us. Here we go. There's a good text on 3483. Once I was waiting for Hoodie J to ring me about a Guns N' Roses concert competition. Right?
Yeah.
My girlfriend rang me on an unknown number pretending to be Hodaki. I was so angry I thought I missed the call. But then... did get a call from Jason Hoyt and won 4 tickets to Guns N' Roses.
Oh, Jase.
Jase, do you remember
that?
that?
What you do in your spare time, man? Just give away Guns N' Roses tickets.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, Mogi, but they often leave them, like prebs and all the time lying around on the desk. So I snaffle those and sell them off.
Well, they say they've won them.
Yeah, there's
Well,
another
yeah,
guy,
that one he won. Yes.
there's another guy here saying it'd been awesome if I could get some Burger King vouchers because I've just had to clean up 2 Keyzie steamers off my lawn.
What the hell's a Keyzie steamer? What does that even mean?
Oh, it's how it forms itself, Keyzie.
Oh, is it, Jase?
Which is it's a distinct curling pattern,
Right.
which immediately identifies it as a Keyzie steamer.
Right, okay. And what's a hoity J steamer?
You know those novelty steamers that you have in joke shops? Looks a bit like that.
Right.
A bit sloppier.
Hey, New Zealand, keep your text coming through on 3483. Do you answer unknown numbers?
Yeah, great stuff.
Oh, yeah, real funny, real funny.
Yeah. Here's White Stripes.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, coming in at 6:05 there, hunters and collectors, fellas. Hey?
Hey,
So
how
good.
good.
Yeah, we're all good.
They've got 5 songs left on today's portion of the countdown, by the way.
Yeah, good stuff.
Struth. Hey, I went to the doctor's yet again.
Good God.
I wish I get ear points down there, you know.
Yeah, you'd be bloody raking them in.
I'll be going hard at the old Koru lounge there.
No, I
for
tell
the
you
rest
what,
of my
mate,
life.
you'd get a bloody worldwide trip out of that.
I reckon.
Well, you get plenty of EAR ear points, wouldn't you?
Aha, nice.
Yeah, very
good. And so the reason I was down there was because of my bulges, having some issues with my bulges there.
What do you mean your bulges?
My bulging eyes.
His eyes.
The
I don't
eyes.
think your eyes are bulges.
Oh, well, we've spent many hours talking about them on the show, Jase.
well, it's just,
There's something affecting your memory.
I just find myself looking at, staring into them dreamily most
Jase,
days. You know what I mean?
You see him straight on. I get the side-on vision.
Yeah, it's true.
okay.
It's like you with Keizie's massive honker.
Or me with your
so
massive honker.
humongous
Or
it is
yours.
over that side.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like the 3 Spider-Men.
Just pointing.
But anyway, there was a few issues with them, and you remember I went to the doctor about getting my eye lasered because I got hit in the eye with a skyrocket when I was a younger man.
Yes.
And the doctor there said, I wouldn't be worried about your getting hit in the eye with a laser. I'd be worried about the massive hoods that you've got grown down. You remember
that's
that?
right.
Yes, I do
hanging over
remember
your
that.
eyes.
That
Your
hanging over
eyelids.
my eyes. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know I had that. And she said, look at the stadium, man. Look at the mirror. I was like, oh, yeah.
Those massive
I'll
flaps.
start worrying about those bastards
You know what they
now
remind me
as well.
of? They remind me of Jase's weird hoodie. It's like you've got 2 of them
I've
over
got
your
2 of
bulges.
them hanging over my bulges.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was trying to get those looked at there, and the doctor, you have to get sort of sent up the line. You get referred and referred and referred.
Yes.
And he said it's come from your childhood, and the eyes are bulging out of the head, which creates the hoods. And it was because I must have caught a case of gorkalitis when I was at school.
Right, okay.
Gorkalitis?
Yeah. You heard about that?
Gorkalitis?
Yeah,
Nah, what is that?
gorkalitis.
Oh, from Gorkin.
It's when you're gawking at having a gaze at things for too long, you're gawking at it. And, somebody will say, get eyes for Christmas.
Oh,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah. And they go, got gorkalitis. And you're like, nah. Turns out I had gorkalitis.
Gorkalitis,
Yeah.
right.
Did you ever get that?
What?
Well, I'm
symptoms are-
going to say no because I don't have hooded eyes.
Oh, but you do. You do have hooded eyes.
do I?
The doctor just hasn't told you, but
Oh,
you do.
right.
It's an age thing. When you get older,
Sure.
everything starts sagging, Jase. You'll know that.
Well, I often have a sort of lazy left eye. I find.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it looks like it
Yeah,
sort of,
it hangs
you know,
down
yeah,
there over
hangs
the
down
bastard,
in there.
yeah.
But it's not more it's more the corner than the eyelid itself.
Yeah.
Wait, so you were diagnosed with gorkalitis.
Gorkalitis,
Last week you
yeah.
were diagnosed with Mondayitis.
Was I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jase, you had Shagger's back, remember?
Oh, yeah, Shagger's
I've
back.
still got Shagger's
As you get
back,
older,
Keyzie.
man, it's just one of those things.
Right.
A
Yeah.
gradual disintegration of
Thank
the body.
you, yeah.
Did
But
you
it's good to have a reason. There's nothing they can do about it.
Oh, so there's no treatment.
No, once you catch gorkalitis, you got it forever, You're gawking left, right and centre.
Yes.
That's why I think you've got it, man. 'cause
Have I
you
got
always,
it?
Well, Jason's always telling you eyes to the front because your gorkalitis out the window all the time.
Totally, man.
Have I got saggy hood eyes?
They're on their
Oh.
way, I can tell.
You've
Yours
got-
are going to be bad.
Yeah, yours are going to be shockers. And,
Are they?
and it's not really so much your eyelids at this stage of the sagging. It's other.
What?
It's
What,
other
Jase?
bodily parts. No,
what?
just other bodily parts. That's all.
I don't think gorkalitis
Can I
affects
just
my
say on that
moves.
front, Keyzie, that your disintegration has started early, whereas Mogi, you've got a few more years on old
Yeah,
Keyzie.
I do. That's the
Yeah,
thing. I'm
yeah.
old. I'm older than both of you bastards.
Yeah.
But yeah, gorkalitis.
Far
Wow,
out, man.
gorkalitis.
Well, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be done.
No, I've got a bad case, apparently.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Jason's got a bad case of honkeritis.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yeah, tune 6:04 on the countdown there, Kings of Leon. Beautiful, interesting fellas. We were just having a little chat with old Pugs in Studio B there, and he's informed us someone got in contact with him. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, Mogi, but old Keyzie.
What?
He's getting a little bit carried away, and I can just feel like the Honker chat's coming back in.
It is coming back in, but you're throwing some punches yourself, Jase.
It's almost like you started it.
I think that I'm the only one that stopped.
I'm appalled by, frankly, because we drew a line under that.
Well, I'll tell you what we should do. Why don't we make it, anybody makes a Honker joke, $100.
Hear that, Keyzie?
How does that sound? And I reckon we run it, we've got to pay it. We all agree that that's what it's going to be, so it's got to be a ripper.
That is
got to be a bloody
terrible idea.
Keyzie doesn't like it. Jase, best you and I agree on that, mate?
Getting back to my point about what Pugs was saying to us. So someone sent in from November 2021.
Charlie Kinney, by the way.
That's almost 2 years
Charlie
ago.
Kinney, which is almost the first ever Honker chat.
So he's going back, he's listening to the hits from the start.
Yes,
And
which
he's
I highly
uncovered
recommend.
the first Honker.
I don't recommend
Yeah.
it. It's not as good back then.
And it's fascinating because we've all been sitting here in the studio going, who was the one that instigated the Honker chat? And my vibe and my very strong sense is...
Nobody's been asking who did it. I think we all think it was me.
It would be Mogi.
I actually disagree. I don't think it was you. I think it'll be Jase.
Oh, really?
Because you've got a side-on view to me and you can...
Pugs, $100, mate.
No, I'm saying you started it. That's not finable. But it's interesting because this is the first time anyone's nose size has been brought up, and 2 years later, it's almost torn the show apart.
Yes.
Wow. Brought us together.
It's brought us together.
Yeah.
Nose to
backbones.
I
nose.
was about to say,
What do they call it? Bumper to bumper.
Bumper to bumper, yeah.
So none of us have heard this
Well,
before.
that's a hell of a bumper you got there, let me just
Jase,
say.
Jase,
$100. $100.
No, I didn't agree to it.
Jase, okay, we measured you've got the biggest nose, all right? Everyone knows that. It's like Mount Everest. Now, what we're going to do here is listen, we've never heard this before and find out who started all of this. Here is the old clip from 2021.
How are you, by the way? You well?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm just growing this sick mo and this sick mullet.
Mine's taking a little longer than I would like.
To be fair to you, though, I think it's probably the length is probably the same as Chris's and mine.
Yeah.
It's hard to see yours because it's in the shadow of your nose.
No, fair call, man. Fair call. That was actually the thing too, to be fair, that shocked me the most
Right.
when we did the mullet and the mow was how massive my nose was.
Oh.
Because my wife took some photos at home and my side profile was shocking to me. Absolutely.
It ain't a great look.
Oh,
And
it's
I'm not
huge.
saying about yours, but it's mine as well. I've got a humongous beaker on me. And
So do I, though.
I took
Yeah,
I know.
we all do.
Yours is next level, though.
The-
Yours
that is
out of
massive,
control,
actually,
bro.
now that I
It's
look
not
at you.
that
No, it's shocking.
It's a massive nose.
Shocking. But I took a selfie this morning just to check on me old growth because I'm going to do it every single day, just so I can, see how it's all going there. And then you
Yep.
have a geeze at it, and it's like, the photo's 93% nose.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Weirdly, I remember saying that.
Yeah.
So Mogi started it all.
yeah, he did.
And then
No
you
surprises.
agreed and went on about how massive your honker is.
Indeed.
That's weird, isn't it? Because it all felt quite recent, but it's a couple of years old there. How about that?
There you go, eh?
Hey?
All right,
Hey,
we're
how
doing
about
content that's 2 years old.
And it was funny because I think, like, I'd always been aware of Keyzie's nose, but it wasn't until we had that discussion and he pointed his
It was
out
good that
I
he
went,
pointed it out.
good God, yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
difference is I have to point mine out, Jase. With yours, you don't need to. Let's get back to the countdown, eh?
Oh, yeah, where are we up to?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yeah, down to number 602 for the day, fellas. Bit of she-hard there. The final two, of course, after 5 o'clock. Also after 5 o'clock, relationship advice
Oh,
with
yeah.
Jason Mogi.
And
Yeah.
me.
Keyzie. So if you need some relationship advice, then make sure you text us on 3483 and we can
Yeah.
get into that because we've got BK vouchers to give away.
Yum.
Thousands of them.
That's right.
And I'll be getting your guys' advice a little bit later on in the show regarding my own relationship.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? She's, I'll be honest with you, under a bit of strain, and I've had time to ponder some things
Call
that
it
I've
quits.
done, over the years, and I just want to get your guys' advice on that. So that'll be after 5 as well.
Also, I've been signed up to do another stand-up gig. Been working on some new
Well,
material.
signed up, or what? Are you doing a rookies night?
No, I've been signed up.
Right.
Been working on some new material. Can I run it past you guys?
Yeah, I'd love that. I need cheering up, man. A bit of stand-up comedy be mint.
Yeah. Trust me, this stuff's real good.
Yeah, good. All that after 5.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope you're getting over hump day. If you missed the first hour of the show, then it's your massive loss, because I'll be honest with you, fellas, I believe that last hour of radio is the greatest hour of radio that the Big Show's ever done.
It's right up there, that's for sure.
I don't
I
think
went-
it's not just the big shows.
And the
every
next hour too.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
agree,
yeah.
Keyzie, not just the big show.
Yeah, you know,
Any
I was trying
person
to-
that's ever talked.
I was trying to be humble about it, but yeah, probably the best hour of radio any show's ever done.
Yeah.
So,
If only there was some way that people could listen to it if they missed it.
oh,
you know?
like a highlights package or something,
Like a
Keyzie.
podcast, yeah,
Oh, that'd
damn.
be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, now listen, we've got one more song in the countdown, and if you missed the Big Show Big Poll today, the question was very simple, answering a call from an unknown number, yes or no.
For the record on that, I'm a yes. It could be a lucrative opportunity or an emergency.
I'm a no.
Honestly, it varies for me.
Sure.
There'll be times where I'm feeling pretty good about things. I'm like, oh, how could this be bad? And then other times where I'm like, I can't be bothered.
Such an interesting point you make there. How can this be bad? There's a thought that goes through my head quite a lot. How can this be bad? Hey, one more song as we say in the countdown. Should we get into it, fellas?
Yep. Just a quick note, by the way. Sorry. If you've missed today's countdown, you want to listen to it again, it will be replayed from 7 o'clock tonight with Greg Preble.
Incidentally, keep those texts coming on 3483 for relationship advice. And here it is. Bit of Van Halen for you.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
I love you so much.
We need to talk.
I'm going out with the boys.
Hey, babe, have we got anything on this weekend?
Relationship advice with Jase and Mike. Yeah, great stuff. Just before we get into that, that was the end of the countdown there, Van Halen. But the great news, if you missed it today, it's all going to be repeated from 7 o'clock onwards on the Prebinators show.
That's right.
Good stuff, eh, Mogi?
Yeah, pretty great.
Good
pretty
stuff.
great.
A lot of texts coming through on 3483, people needing advice for various relationships and issues and things. Keep them coming in. Everyone that does so in the draw for BK vouchers.
Eyes to the front, Keyzie.
G'day, guys. My missus has kicked me out. Currently living in the caravan. I still love her and all that, but I'm really, really enjoying my own free space. Is that a bad thing? Cheers.
No, it's a good thing.
Totally, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. The trouble is you have to pretend that it's a bad thing.
Right.
So you have to feign, oh, can I come into the house? And she's like, no.
There you go. Oh, okay, then.
All right. Sweet, see ya.
It's been a busy day. Time to come back. Yeah.
See ya
Oh,
on
look. But yeah,
Tuesday.
essentially what that means, Mogi, let's be honest about it, it's the end of the relationship,
Oh,
because
yeah.
she will now have her own routine and stuff because you're not in the house anymore. She won't want you buggering that up. You'll have your own routine in the caravan there, probably vigorously having a go at yourself all the time.
So she doesn't
When
want you-
those caravans are rocking.
Yeah, it's just constantly, rocking and rolling.
Right. So she
And
doesn't
he's
want...
probably
What?
thinking to himself at some point,
Yeah.
what was I even thinking?
That's true.
You know what I mean? What?
Yeah.
Why did I never think to live in a caravan by myself, for God's sake?
Yeah.
This is great.
That's great, fellas. Here's a question from Connor via the Instagram.
McGregor.
Nah. McMeehan.
Oh.
I found texts on my wife's phone from my apprentice... From my apprentice, Braden. And I'm starting to get a bit suspicious. Have you got any advice?
Yeah, you can't trust an apprentice, man.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Not good.
don't even get me started on that one. You know what I mean?
Braden.
I remember actually with my wife finding texts on her phone
Oh, yeah.
from Terry.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, who's this Terry fella?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, he's just my personal, fitness assistant,
Yeah.
And I went, oh, well, that's sweet.
Yeah, well, you'd feel a fool now, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Pretty much family. G'day, guys. This is from Caitlin. My boyfriend...
Jenna?
Huh?
Caitlyn Jenner.
No.
Huh.
Caitlin Farnham.
Oh,
Yeah.
John's missus.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. My boyfriend keeps yelling out, "Oh, Keyzie, you mad bastard," whilst making love. Should I be worried?
Oh, you should be grateful. He's trying to delay the inevitable. So by thinking about Keyzie, it means he's putting off that event.
Yeah.
Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
oh, absolutely. Yeah. Keyzie.
Keyzie, you mad bastard.
I personally prefer you not yell my name during.
Well, you're not there.
No, I know, but still, it's just.
But you yell your name during sex.
Oh,
And I imagine-
Keyzie, you mad bastard.
I imagine too that in that process,
sex with me.
he's picturing you too, and
Who?
the guy that's trying not to reach a conclusion,
Right.
Yeah.
and thinking it'll be a massive honker and stuff.
Jase, stop bringing back honker chat.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
you
just-
are. We've put this to bed, all right?
All right.
Keep those texts coming on 3483, by the way, if you need help. Still got BK on offer.
Do we?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keyzie got some wedges before. Mogi didn't offer me a single one. He's in excess.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, REM there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening, 5:41. Now, sometimes when you're doing live radio, you don't get it right. I think we can all agree on that, can't we, fellas?
Give or take, yeah.
You know, sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment and your brain, you know, you're sharing ideas and the ideas are flowing, you can overstep the mark or get it wrong, quite
That's
frankly.
true.
You can get it wrong.
Yeah.
And with that, the Big Show would actually like to formally apologise for
Hang on.
for a bit of a debacle that happened yesterday on the show. And it was to do with the Hodaki Big Show Big Poll. And the question, well, it didn't get off on the right foot to start with, Mogi, let's
That's
be
true.
honest. It was a visual question, and this is an audio show.
That's true.
So already we were, you know, off on the wrong foot.
And remember, I tried to
Well,
say
we
that
were.
to you, but you were so determined to do it. You know, that you just weren't having a bar of it. You were like, nah, I know what I'm doing, Keyzie.
That's
you know?
true, Keyzie. You were pretty awesome yesterday.
Yeah, you were good, man.
Thank you.
And I should have listened to you, Keyzie. You know, I'll be honest with you, mate. You know, 95% of the time, in one ear, out the other with old Keyzie.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I should have.
Yeah.
I should have
Well, let this be a lesson.
taken it on the chin. But the big poll question yesterday was: is this an orange, a tangerine, or a gigantic mandarin? And then we posted said photo, didn't we, Mogi, on our
We did.
Instagram account.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
From recollection,
Yeah.
the answer favoured gigantic mandarin.
It was about 45, 46%.
Yeah,
something
something
like that.
like that.
Yeah.
Afterwards, when we went out into the offices there, we actually discovered that the gigantic mandarin / tangerine / orange was in fact a grapefruit.
Oh,
And I believe at one stage, Pugs in Studio B actually made the comment, fellas, are you sure it's not a grapefruit? And I received text on 3483, are you sure it's not a grapefruit?
Yeah.
No, said we. No.
Well, I was also asking the same question, Jase, remember? I was like, you sure it's not a grapefruit, mate? And you were just like, no, shut up,
No, I
Keyzie.
remember you never said that. I remember that quite clearly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really clearly, actually.
And if you had have said that, Keyzie, it would have been one of those instances in one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
But what's the difference, really, between a giant mandarin, a grapefruit, a tangerine, and an orange? Is there any difference, really?
I don't. You see, this is where I got. It was a vibrant orange colour, which made me think that it was a tangerine as opposed to your orange.
But wouldn't a vibrant orange colour make you think it's an orange?
No,
Because it's bright orange.
The shape was wrong.
The shape
the thing
was
about
wrong.
it was it had the shape of a grapefruit.
Yes.
And
Did you
the
notice
size,
that?
And
the
indeed
size.
the weight and
Yeah.
texture of a grapefruit. And actually,
Didn't you
As soon
sniff
as
it?
I smelled it, I thought to myself, that's a grapefruit.
well, mate, I was fingering it just, and then sniffing my finger. No, seriously, I was scraping it with my finger there, and I sniffed my finger.
Right.
And I went, God, you know what? That's actually smells like a grapefruit to me. But I didn't want to go there because we'd said, no, that wasn't an option.
Sure.
Like option D, grapefruit.
So you knew it was a grapefruit, you just didn't tell anyone.
Ultimately, yes.
Yeah,
And
right.
for that, on behalf of the entire team on the Big Show,
Wow.
the entire team on the big show,
Wow.
I'd like to apologise.
Don't say apology. I'd say sorry if I was you.
I'd like to say, on behalf of every member of the big team, sorry.
The big team.
Big team. Who's the big team?
show. we got it wrong yesterday, all right?
Yeah.
We'll
Thanks,
take it
guys.
on the chin and it won't happen again. Okay, fellas?
Okay.
What happened to that grapefruit you were fingering, by the way? Where's that gone?
Took it home and had it for brekkie, actually, boys. Beautiful. Segmented it. A little bit of raw sugar.
Oh, raw sugar. You didn't cook it?
No. Oh, I did a bit of grilling for a while.
Yum.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Audio Slave there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Plenty going on between 6 and 7. Mogi's on fire, I believe, for What's on the TV with Mike
It's a
Minogue.
big one tonight.
Yeah, it's a big one. He's had a lot he's wanted to watch, and he caught up last night. Also, the results of the Big Show Big Poll after 6 o'clock.
Also, how you can win $300 petrol vouchers and help us pick the tunes at Hodaki.
So good, man.
Yeah,
so good.
it's
And
good,
just to repeat, by the way, remember at 7 o'clock tonight, they do the countdown again if you missed it throughout the day.
That's
so
right.
make sure you tune into that and the
Yeah.
Prebinator show. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, boy, the Colt on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. But right now it's time for the Big Poll. Very simple question in the Big Poll today. Answering a call from an unknown number, yes or no?
So the poll is currently up at the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. Everyone's been voting on it for the last couple of hours. What are your guesses, fellas? What do you think the percentages are?
My guess,
Here we go.
fellas, is that Kiwis are naturally cautious, and in this day and age, I would suggest that it favours the nose.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any percentage guess or what?
Nah, he wouldn't.
60-40.
Hey, what about you, Mike?
Well, I have not looked.
Right.
I voted right at the top.
Neither.
Oh, I know. But I would have thought it would have been higher. I would have thought it would have been between 75 and 80, and I would have gone 77 just to be in the
77.
middle there. So I anticipate, because of Jase...
You need to go first,
Look, if
yeah.
I had to put money on it, I would say Jase is right because
He
Yeah, I
cheats.
just
always
have
cheats.
that, I have that knack
So,
of just knowing.
100% I would say that
Yeah,
Jase is.
yeah, yeah.
And not only would he be right,
Yeah.
he'll be pretty much 100% accurate.
Yeah, you're
is
right.
Is that right?
Is it seriously 100% accurate?
No, it's 1% off.
That annoys me.
Yeah, Jace, but just once again, you are so close.
Yeah.
What is that, 20 nights in a row?
No, because remember that last week
Oh,
I
that
got
was
it
3% off.
I got completely wrong.
Yeah, but you intentionally did that.
You got the exact,
I see.
You got
So
the
now
exact
I'm in-
percentage,
Yeah.
but they were the opposite.
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yes. I had a shock of that night.
So what we might do going forward with the whole guess the big poll game is, Mike, I'll ask you first,
Okay.
and then we'll just stop there.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then that way
yeah.
We've got a game going. No one's cheating.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
Why don't we get Jase to read out the results of the poll?
Oh, and then we'll
you
guess.
and I can have a guess.
Okay,
that's
sure,
a good idea.
sure.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's quite hard to do? You've got to drive your iPhone or your phone to the
Exactly,
Instagram page.
Keyzie.
Yeah.
Wait.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you guys are making the assumption that old Hoodie Jay's firing away on his phone there, cheating on the old Insta, but I can't find the damn thing.
Right. So you clearly can find it,
What?
and you clearly know
Well,
exactly how to
Pug
do
saw
it.
him vote on it the other day.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
true. You'd already voted. That's right.
Occasionally I vote on it.
Okay, this is the same guy who entered his credit card details in for a free QR code reader, and they stole $70, but somehow he knows how to vote on the big poll.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty easy, Keyzie. Just go on the Insta account there, go into the story, you can click yes or no.
Incredibly, this argument has turned around. You guys have swapped positions in the argument. To start this off,
What?
To start this off, Jase was saying, how could I ever find my way into the story? I got no idea how to
And
do
now,
it. And then
yeah.
by the end of the argument, you're going, well, it's pretty easy, mate. You just jump on there. You guys swapped position in the argument.
I don't know what's going on.
So, no, but just finally, seriously, was it 60-40?
61.39.
You're joking.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Alice in Chains there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. And you were saying yesterday, Mogi, you've got a real list of stuff to catch up
I
on
do.
in terms of your viewing. So very keen to hear what you've got to say for this. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Somewhere in there was a harmony.
It's quite good.
It was actually. It was quite
It was
beautiful
something
for a
in there,
moment.
yeah. At Home with the Tysons on Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
That's
God,
right.
that's right. That's what you were going to watch.
That's right, but
Yes.
I didn't.
Oh,
Can't remember what I was doing. Something.
This is cool.
Cool, man?
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
tonight's the night.
You had
possibly.
dinner?
Did I?
You would've gone
no,
home?
I didn't have any dinner last night.
didn't have any dinner?
Nah, I just went without last night.
Do you have work or anything?
well, he had 4
I
bowls
worked
of
all
food.
night. I worked till
he had
bedtime.
4 bowls of food during the show.
Yeah.
So
What
that's
did I have?
probably
I
why.
had 4 Cruskets.
And your,
Oh no,
and your
fins,
oat
corn
spongu.
fins, and my
Overnight oats.
overnight spooge.
Yeah, yeah. I actually watched an erotic thriller
Oh yeah.
last night. Everyone I Did Last Summer.
Right.
And it was good, man, actually.
Isn't it
was
I
better-
Know What You Did last summer?
No, this one was Everyone I Did Last
Wow.
Summer. Yeah, yeah. And it was good. I enjoyed it, and I
Yeah.
recommend it. I mean, if for you and your partner, if you've got, you're at a bit of a loss on
Need to get
what
a bit of
watch,
spice.
Well,
Few
yeah,
ideas.
certainly there are some spicy climactic moments
Sure.
in the film. Actually, Keyzie, I think you should have a gander at that tonight, mate.
I don't want to be recommended pornos by you, Jase.
It's not a porno.
Well,
it's an erotic thriller, noir.
Right, okay.
Dramedy.
Is there toplessness in it?
Yes,
Bottomlessness?
yes.
That's porno, if you ask me. Do you see people having coitus?
Yes.
Well, it's a porno.
It's part of the storyline, Keyzie, for God's sake.
What's your view on it, Mike? Is it a porno?
What are they doing in it?
Oh, they're making love a lot.
Oh, sure. And what's the proximity of the camera?
Close.
Were you watching it in 4K?
What's that?
It's better than HD. It's like the next one up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, I find HD enough for me.
Yeah,
Took me a
right.
while to get used to that, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on you.
That's a good recommendation, though. Last night I watched another episode of Taskmaster, so I'm fully up to date. Love that show. It's just easy viewing.
Jase, have you ever seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes, I have.
That's good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a
Oh.
classic. Yeah, yeah. It's an absolute classic.
Yeah, that is a good one,
You should
actually.
watch that too, Keyzie.
Yeah, there's another one. I just... is it called Scream?
Oh, yeah, there was a sequel, Muffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I've seen the third one, Busty the Vampire Slayer.
Is that good?
Nah, not as good as the first two, I've heard.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, often the third, of the three is never
Oh, I'll tell you what's good. Snow White and the Seven Perverts.
good. Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed, the Dandy Warhols there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Now, a lot of people loving the countdown, Mogi. 90s till now, and the real variety of music that we're pumping out there at the
So
moment.
good, Jase.
And I just want to let people and remind people about the music jury.
What's that?
That's something that we have running here at Radio Hodaki, where we get your opinions about the sort of music you want to hear.
I just think it's perfect.
And the sort of music that we play, whether you like it, whether you don't like
I
it,
do
whether, you
like it.
whether you like the shows, whether you don't like the shows.
More Chili Peppers.
Yeah, totally. More Green Day, that sort of stuff. So rather than, particularly if you're going, I'm not really into this music at the moment, rather than have a bitch and a moan on 3483, get involved with the music jury, Mogi.
Yeah. Yesterday there was somebody having a bitch and a moan about us.
Yeah,
They said, we never listen to the radio in the workshop, but today we are. What is this crap?
yeah.
Can't help you there.
No.
But if you want to talk about the music, feel free. Music jury. Are you right, man?
You're
Sorry,
right,
just got
Keyzie?
hiccups. You text music to 3483, then we hit you back with a link. You sign up. Every month or so you get
Looks
sent
like you
out
got chest burn
Yeah.
going on there or something.
Got a
You
bit
look
of,
like you're looking pain
acid
there.
reflux,
Yeah,
Keyzie.
acid reflux,
Yeah.
Mogi, yeah.
Totally, fellas. Anyway, back to the music jury. You text music to 3483, right?
Yes.
We hit you with a link.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sign
and then
up.
every
Well, we
month
don't
or so,
hit them with it. We post it
Oh,
to them.
we post.
Yeah, put it in the mail.
We post them a link.
Yes.
You follow the instructions, sign up. Every month or so, we send out a quick as survey. You tell us what music you like, what music you don't like.
Green Day.
Green Day, exactly.
I
You
like
love it.
it.
You want more of it, you let us know. So after listening to the countdown, you might be thinking, oh, you should play more of this stuff. Let us know, man.
Yeah, and the great
Text
thing
music.
is you also go into the draw to win like a $300 petrol voucher.
That's
Mogi.
what's so amazing about it,
It's
in my
so
opinion.
good. Just
Every
to
month.
give your opinion.
Yeah.
Every month we have a fresh $300 petrol vouchers, so it's worth
Just
doing.
on that, Keyzie, do you have to be in to win?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd have to check the terms and conditions, but I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so
Good on
text
you, mate.
music to 3483. Get stuck in.
Great stuff.
Get yourself some petrol vouchers.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go. Yes, indeed. We've given it everything we had, every fibre of our being in today's show, and we hope you, the audience out there, appreciate it. Mogi, your plans for the night, mate? Tyson Fury, maybe?
Maybe a bit of Tyson Fury. I've got
Yes.
to meet a potential nanny for the kid.
Right, okay.
So that's interesting, and
Yes.
I'll let you know how that goes on the morrow.
Do you want me to be there for that?
Nah.
It's just that I have a really good vibe, with people. I
Yeah, I
can
know,
really
but-
gauge them.
You're a bit freaky, man,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you do get your creepy eyes out.
Oh, do I?
When old creepy eyes Hoyt comes a knocking,
Yeah.
you want to keep him away from
What-
your visitors.
Look, I'm available if you need me, is all
Understood,
I'm saying,
mate.
Yeah.
What's your vibe on me?
Have you got a couple of hours, Keyzie?
What I even ask? Do you want to know what I'm up to tonight?
What's that, mate?
Playing basketball, probably sit on the bench, score 2 points, put up about 20 shots.
Yeah. Leave them open, guys! Leave them open!
And then we'll lose again. So looking forward to that.
Good stuff, mate.
What are you doing, Jase?
I'm going to go home, crank the fire up, have a bit of food, maybe watch a bit of TV, write some poetry, do some press-ups, and go to bed.
You forgot make love.
No, not on a Wednesday night.
Oh, really?
No, never
No hump
Wednesday.
day on
Oh,
hump
okay.
day.
No hump day on hump day, mate.
Oh, wow, okay.
But listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show. Go and check out all the podcasts. Also, check out our Instagram account. In the meantime, we'll see you later.